Hello, my name is Shopov, but you can call me Cake, and welcome to the next part of the Let's Play, where I try to get competent at Dwarf Fortress. Last session, we have tried to get tin to make some bronze. We did not find any tin, so unfortunately all our armor and weapons for the time being will have to be made out of copper, pure copper. However, that is not that much of a problem, because we have also got a few dwarves and a few humans even, who joined the fort for the sole purpose of slaying monsters, or slaying beasts, I believe it was. So we do not have to worry that much about being armed. However, if it's at all possible, I would still like to at some point get some better metal. And it has only occurred to me after I haven't done it, that when the trader caravan has arrived at the fort, they did have bronze with them, which at the time I just dismissed and didn't get. And since I realized, like, why have I not done it? We could have paid for it with our gold. However, oh well, that was my mistake, my stupid mistake. We haven't done it, but still, copper will be fine for now. The other thing that we have done is greatly expand our bedrooms, because we have gotten quite a few migrants since, and we did not have enough accommodations for them. So now this should be fine for now, at least. We have previously, in the previous session, built a small hospital, but we had needed to actually supply it with something, anything. So also in the caravan we have gotten some cloth, some thread, so that will be perfectly fine here. What I do need to do, however, is select the zone. Let's go to the hospital settings, and we have all the cloth and all the thread we need. We have splints, we have crutches, but we can select less cloth, because that is way too much cloth for this hospital. So let's set it to, say, 1,000, and then they can just keep restocking it. Oh, it's in increments of 10,000. Okay, that's fine. 15,000 thread. We don't have any powder for casts anyway. We have buckets, and we do not have any soap, but that is possible to make. I believe it's just made from wood. You can make ash, and ash is made into lye, and lye can be made into soap. However, it also needs fat, and we do not have a proper animal breeding program going on. So before we make soap, will check how animal breeding properly works, so we can make an efficient, I believe, cow farm, or what would it be? We have rams, we now have a lamb as well, but we have 2 lambs, we have a bull, so if we get a cow, we can breed those. If we get a female horse, we can breed those. Yes, we basically just need a few more animals, and we can start slaughtering them and get some fat. We need to assign those, the yak and the goat here as well. Another goat, not turkey, not bunny, not kittens. But yes, once I figure out how to properly make a farming system, an animal husbandry system, we can make fat, which we then can make into soap. In the meantime, what should have been done? Let's just quickly check, because I have set up some forging, but I do not believe anybody has taken this up yet. And that full well might be if we go to the Dwarf Therapist, and for some reason we have some redlined jobs, and if I hover over them, as you can see, it says labor cannot be changed for non-citizens. However, I do not know why do these dwarves count as non-citizens. The humans aren't citizens, and that's fine, but this is a dwarf. This is a dwarf, although I believe that's the child. Yeah, but this one's 35 years old, 61 years old. I don't know why they are not citizens. However, regardless, that was not something that was a problem last session, so I'm not sure why they suddenly changed to non-citizens. But, oh well, it might just sort itself out as we go. In the meantime, what I was checking is, do we actually have blacksmiths, armorers? Because that might be the problem. Let's see, armoring. Yes, we have blacksmiths, we have a weaponsmith. We do not have an armorer, which is the problem. Let's just assign armoring to a miner, because, well, they're not doing anything better. We're not doing that much mining at the moment. Okay, so that will be enough for this. Let's go back to the game, and let's see if they go and do their job. Oh yeah, and as you can see, Hunter cancels hunt, no ammunition. Let's see, see some bins. Ammo bin, because I believe I've seen something about a bug where if you store ammunition in a bin, bugs out. And I think I might have made a mistake there. I should have made stone pots or something. I'm not sure what it was. But let's see, maybe, just maybe, it will sort itself out and they will just grab some ammunition. If not, we will have to figure something out, but that would be unfortunate. Oh, so there are wild boars running around our pasture. I believe they're getting killed anyway. Yes, I'll quickly go to the wiki and see about rendering fat, so when the hunters do get something, we might as well just use that. And fat can be rendered into tallow in a kitchen, okay. And I believe we do already have a kitchen here. So let's see, render fat, we can render fat. So if we can render fat, then we can make some soap as well. So let's set up a manager's order for render fat. I will set up a condition for 500 at most, there we go. But let's do at least, say, 10. I will see if it works. If not, I'll just need to check it. I'll quickly go to Dwarf Therapist to see what our newly minted armorer is doing. And I just realized I didn't actually commit the change, because I'm a dum-dum. And they should be doing it right now. Yes, there we go. They are making helmets and the breastplates. That's brilliant. And I believe what I'll need to do is also... We have wooden bolts. I want copper bolts. The message. We can't make more wooden bolts because we need logs. Did we already run out of wood? So let's chop down some more wood. Of course I can make it out of silver, and I believe it's even better because it's heavy. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I did forget that silver is or weapons material as well. I will add that to the managerial orders. Okay, let's chop all these trees down. Piss off some elves. Let me just quickly also see, because the one thing that's good about Dwarf Therapist, we change to it, if we can see if anybody's specifically is missing ammunition. And let's see, missing ammunition, that's one hunter. So this hunter is not missing ammunition, and they are currently out hunting, So some of them are missing ammunition, but some of them are not. So they are taking them from the bins, I imagine, but let's hope that that is correct. And if I actually refresh... Now they're all missing ammunition, okay, there we go. I'll just quickly check if that's because we have actually just purely run out of ammo completely in the stockpiles. So if we go to stocks, ammunition 64. So we haven't run out, they just haven't taken them. But we still don't have a lot. But yes, let's make copper and silver bolts. And we also want as many as possible. Silver bolts as many as possible, but I will set the conditions on probably 250 each. So let's set a condition on the actual bolts. We want at least 50, but no more than at most 250, I think, so that they don't just keep making them. Yeah, at the moment we don't make anything from silver anywhere, so I'll just keep it at this, but for copper, because we want to keep some copper. Let me just check how many bars we have of copper. 40. Hopefully they won't just use them up. I believe there was a way to set up which bolts are used for fighting, which are used for training. Can I set up for hunters, which are used for hunting, and they can just use the wooden bolts, so that we don't waste the metal? How was that done? Let's just first set up the copper conditions. From reagents, yeah, there we go, R. We can remove this one, because I don't care about the coal, but I care about the bars. So this is fine. Which one was the military one? Is it just M? F, ammunition. Hunters, bolts. Okay, so hunters, change amount. Also, we can increase that to 250. Every hunter takes 50 bolts and we have 5 of them, if that's correct. And just wood. Yes, there we go, wood bolts. So that should be fine. And then, yeah, then we can have the silver and the copper bolts just assigned to the military. That's brilliant then. So, I believe we can finally go back to what I wanted to do originally and start making some golden items and then encrusting them. And then we can sell them and we don't have to worry about the value of the fort that much at the moment. Because again, we have armed warriors that are just basically here in the fort protecting us. Oh, and I need to wait for someone to actually make the Quantum Stockpile. I completely forgot that I started assigning the Quantum Stockpile. I'm just waiting for it to be constructed. So I believe we already have some golden items that were pre-assigned before, but did we merely cancel them because we have gold nuggets? Let's see if we have golden stuff, because I'm pretty sure I assigned golden items to be made in the forge, so I guess they were either finished or cancelled. gold amulet. Yeah, so we do have some. Okay. And that's the legendary item, I believe. Okay, so let's set up standing order for some more, so that whenever we run out, we can just make some more rings, earrings, bracelets. There we go. Yeah, let's just make some golden items and just always have a small supply of them. Item conditions, and at least, let's say 10. And basically until we run out of gold, because that's fine. So that the next thing I can do is encrust the golden items. And this is where I kind of shoot myself in the foot. Let me quickly see how it looks in the jeweler's workshop. Because if I want encrust with gems, encrust finished goods. Oh, so I can't actually choose what I encrust. That's weird. Let's quickly go back to the managers. Encrust finished goods with... I want to pick with what? Yeah, we want to gems. Is it just gems? No, we have to actually, every single time we have to choose what to encrust them with. Okay, so this actually might be better to just set up one by one. So encrust, gems, finished goods, details. Oh, so that's details of how the encrusting works. Okay, so I completely misjudged what this will be. So I guess we'll just keep selling the golden stuff as it is for now, and keep selling the gems, because yeah, I completely misjudged what encrusting works like. I thought you could just assign to have some items encrusted with gems, but there we go, that's more complicated, so I'll figure it out at some later time, like actually just encrust with the specific gems that we have, but it's too much work at the moment. Okay, so now the reason why we wanted to arm and armor our hunters is because we wanted to go and get some cave spiders. So to do that, it's finally time, I think, to plan how we will get the spiders. There we go. So there's the silk, the spider silk. And I want to get both the silk and the spiders. So I believe what I should do is make a little opening so we can let the spiders try to come into the fort. Now just to choose the space for that opening. We already have a path here. So let's see where we can just path in. I guess if I make stairs here, yeah, I'll just dig a little tunnel here, literally just now, just one by one tunnel, and I'll place the traps along here, and then I'll dig out some stairs. And at that point, hopefully, some spiders will come in, and after we have some spiders caught, I'll send in the squad to clear out what else is there, so that we can... Oh, what was the whole series of... So we cannot brew drinks because we need under-rotten drink materials. Well, that's fine, as soon as we get some, we'll have more. We need more logs, we need more logs. Okay, so we can wait for this to be done while we go upstairs and see why they... Yeah, they are starting to cut down trees, that's fine. And we have all of the orders already set up for the smelting process, so they can just do that as they wish. I will just make another condition for making charcoal, so that we don't use up all of the trees, and that I want reagents. Amounts of logs, yeah, 10 is fine, because then the 10 can be made into something else. And can we actually chop trees? Nope, we have to do chopping manually, it seems. And I keep forgetting that we have upper levels as well. So let's chop down some of these trees, because why not? They're really close. Some migrants have arrived again, so we have now population 63, so we need even more rooms. Oh, that is brilliant. And let's see... Yeah, so we technically have 6 metalsmiths, but not a single armor smith. Oh yeah, let's quickly check the weaver skills. We don't have weavers. Of course not. Spinners. We have some spinners, there we go. But we don't have weavers. So we can make some thread or rope. Monster hunters will run to cages. Oh, as in will they actually try to kill the monsters in the cages? I did not know that. Yeah, I will see about trying to assign them to a burrow so they don't immediately do that. If I put the spider in its own little dedicated room and just wall it off, then it'll be fine, won't it? I can even use the monster hunter as the target for the spider for the silk, I assume. Because that actually would make the silk farm even easier. But yeah, we'll see about that. And because to borrow them, I first need to figure out who exactly they were. Let's go back to the Dwarf Therapist for one moment more, because we want to see... It's going to be very difficult to actually figure out who's who. May I see by the non-citizen? That's the human. Okay. Okay, so at least we can pick out the humans. Okay, this might be actually a bit easier, but still. Fury and Dothan. Let's see if we can find them in the game. I'll make a burrow first. So let's just assign them, I guess, to the kitchen, food stockpile, and rooms area. Define this burrow. Or maybe even to the outside. So they can just kill whatever comes in the front door. There we go. Yeah, let's name it the human pen. I thought I could individually assign dwarves. Oh yes, add citizens to the burrow, there we go. Oh, but that's add citizens, and I believe the humans are citizens. So quickly, who I was looking for? Fury and Dothan. So let's even see if they can be added to a burrow. Oh, yes, they can. Good, good. You, human pikeman. You. Oh, there's a mace dwarf. Human lasher, human pikeman. The marks dwarves are fine. Ast. That's another Ast. So we have our Ast expedition leader and a spear dwarf. Maybe Vabok. I think that's also. Oh, a forgotten beast. Yes, you are correct, because to be honest, I completely forgot forgotten beasts exist. I have forgotten the beasts. So hopefully there isn't one, but yes, you are absolutely correct. So I'll build some doors in that tunnel. And if that happens, then I'll unleash unassign all the monster hunters, and hopefully they can deal with the beast. Potentially, like if something comes out, just kill them off and wall off the whole area. If I remember correctly, forgotten beasts can destroy buildings. Does that include constructed walls? As in, if I just created a wall, would it just break through it anyway? So it would be more like delaying it and not stopping it. Okay, I mean, let's hope that that's correct. And if not, well, yeah, we'll have some fun. If this whole Let's Play ends with a forgotten beast barging into the fort and burning everyone, at least it'll be something to watch. So, for a game end, that's at least a particularly fun one. So, yeah, we'll see. And, oh well, like, yeah, everybody dies, then everybody dies. As long as it's entertaining. I'll just dig this one bit out. Okay, and let's build some cage traps as well. Traps, levers, there we go. And we want a cage trap. We want 5 of them, I believe I have. Wait, so I'm putting the cage traps in. Do they not actually require cages? Let's go up, because they're having problem with drinks. They don't have brewable plants, or... Let's see how much drink we have. We have 300 drink anyway, so I am not particularly afraid about that. If I just check quickly, because I think there's... Is there a butcher's workshop or something like that? So yeah, we have the kitchen. Oh, we have a fishery. I'm pretty sure I need... Oh, and butcher's shop. Yeah, there we go. So it might start crowding the kitchen a bit. I guess, yeah, I'll just dig out the kitchen a bit more and put a butcher's workshop and a fishery in, so we can actually start processing those. Yeah, just a bit more space here. Okay, so let's wait for the traps to be installed, if and when they will be installed. The next thing is, okay, let's create a squad. We want the hunters to be in this squad. Ranger. Let me quickly check what a ranger is. Profession for dwarfs that work with live animals, both creatures and vermin. Rangers hunt, train, and care for animals. So let's quickly check if they actually have the crossbows. So that is Asen, and it is Serol. Okay, let's quickly check them. Let's go to Dwarf Therapist. Read. Okay, no, I'm not sure why all of these are not Oh, because they're children, okay. And these are all the... Okay, oh yeah, these are all the hunters. So Maze Dwarf. That's how I could have checked it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, those are all the Protectors, Warriors, Monster Hunters. Okay, so I can check in a moment if they're actually all assigned. Now, check Ranger. Can I just select them all? Yes. Military. Okay, so they don't actually have Mark Dwarf skills except for this one, Muthkat. So he has some marksman skills. So we can select him of all the Rangers, but that's the only one. Okay. Equipment. Armor. Breastplates, helms, weapons. Well, they already have their own weapons, so that's fine. And F, ammunition. We want for them to have bolts, but we want them to be metal bolts. There we go. Used, not for training. There we go. Used in combat. Yeah, we want them not to be a squad right now. We don't want them to actually be on duty. I want to cancel order. Need to see if they'll still be hunters if they don't have orders. So no schedule. Sleep in room at will, yes. Inactive but uniformed. I'll check in a moment in the Dwarf Therapist whether they're still hunting. Let's let the game run for just a moment. Ooh, a ranger. That is something that I have never seen before, because that wasn't a part of the game when I was playing it before. The Guild of the Valleys, a ranger guild, has been established. That's the thing. I'm not entirely sure how guilds actually function. That is something that I need to catch up on. Because yeah, like I said, that was not even part of the game mechanics. So I am actually quite curious how that will work. But I believe that they need a guild headquarters to properly function. But yeah, I won't worry about it just now. Before the next session, I'll look up how guilds work. Right now, let's go back to the caves. But they have not yet built the cage traps. Waiting for construction needs mechanics. I'll just quickly check without changing how many dwarfs have mechanics. One dwarf has mechanics, and they are currently doing what? They are currently drinking. Okay, of course they are. But they're also the wood burner, and they're also a weaponsmith, and they're also a furnace operator. Yeah, this is the one part of Dwarf Fortress that I do not particularly appreciate, is that I don't believe, if I remember correctly, I cannot set any priorities. If I actually do go to Dwarf Therapist to show... Yeah, so like I said, there's the mechanic, but they're also weaponsmithing, and furnace operating, and wood burning, and they are not going to be diagnosing because there's actually better doctors around. But that's already quite a few jobs, and nobody to do them. Who is this? A clerk. I will see, because I believe the clerk might be a better bookkeeper than our current bookkeeper, and we might get a better manager. I'll probably assign a better manager as well, but I'll do that in a moment. At first, I want to see someone who doesn't really have anything to do. Oh yeah, like this one, he is not actually doing anything, so let's just assign the mechanics. He'll have to actually start getting good at it, but it's just mechanisms and installing mechanisms. It's not that important. It's not like he can actually properly mess it up. And maybe someone else who's also not doing anything. That is another clerk. Let's assign them that as well. That's a trader. That might be another good choice for broker then. Who is this? A peasant. Well, they can start doing something as well. Yeah, they have no other skills. Okay, there we go. Let's commit the changes. And let's see if someone starts building these cages. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. A dwarf is coming with a mechanism to build a cage trap. Are they still the same merchants? Oh, they're still the same merchants! I can correct my mistake and actually buy some of the bronze bars. It's not even that expensive. So that's another dwarf carrying a mechanism right there, going down. Too bad we can't speed the game up even more. And once they're all made, we can then dig out this little wall, or rather make stairs here. We have a whole set of doors, so the spiders shouldn't be able to get through anyway. And then we will be able to make up a little spider farm, hopefully. Because that is one thing that I do remember from playing the game before, and that is if you dig a little room with the fortification and put the spider in that room, and then dig out a little room on the other side of the fortification, anybody who goes there will be a target for the spider, and the spider will just start shooting spider webs, and they will start collecting in that room. So what then can be done is that you can make a little drawbridge in front of the fortification, close it, and then any dwarf can just go and start collecting the webs. And from there you can have a whole cloth industry. And spider silk is quite a valuable material, so anything made out of it is also valuable. So this way we can have good quality clothing that the dwarfs will have very good thoughts from. I just want to quickly check if I have all the right citizens assigned. I want to compare this with the dwarf therapist. That is absolutely what we wanted, so all of the dwarves and humans that could harm the spiders before we're ready, they're all nicely trapped in their little pen, so if anything comes up top, they will be able to kill it off, and we don't have to worry about that, if we have goblins or anything like that, but the spiders will be protected for the time being. What I want to do now is put a little butcher's shop and a fisher's workshop, so they can actually start preparing the fish and the meat, because for some reason I just completely forgot that that's a thing. I can't remember exactly how they work. I believe that the butcher just takes the carcasses and then makes them into meat and separates the fat, which then can go to be rendered into tallow at the kitchen. Butcher an animal, there we go. So the butcher already assigned themselves the task, I suppose. To butcher a dead animal, which already is assigned. The fisher is preparing fish, there we go. And let me go into the manager orders Yeah, okay, so we have render fat already as a manager's order, so as soon as we have fat, we can render fat into tallow. Oh, a miner has been taken by a Fey Mood. We'll see what they make out of it, or will they just go crazy from not being able to finish it. Also, I have a petition that I need to check. Location must be built and furnished with the hall designated for Ranger Guild. Yeah, I will approve that, and I will give them a temporary guild hall. Yeah, you can trap human... So you can trap, like, say, what are called goblins, orcs, humans, yeah. And then I know that people have made fighting arenas where they had cages of trapped enemies, and they would have one really well-equipped dwarf in the arena, and they would keep dropping the enemies, unarmed enemies from cages as a sort of blood sport. So yeah, you can do stuff like that. Khan wants to eradicate monsters, okay, but I'll need to assign them straight into the burrow. Now let's dig down, oven downstairs. Oh, okay, yeah, elf in a wooden cage, yeah, okay. You are, I guess, a proper Dwarf Fortress player. That is pure sadism. Let's claim the Mason's Workshop, okay. So we will see what they do. Oh, brilliant, they have begun their construction, so they will in fact not go crazy. Because I do remember that vividly. A dwarf couldn't find whatever they were looking for, some random material, turtle shell probably or something like that, and immediately go crazy and start attacking other dwarfs and have to be put down, but not before putting everybody in a miserable mood. And from there everything just kind of spirals. We now have, I believe, 60 other dwarfs, 76 even, and I haven't checked how many rooms we have. 51. So 30 more rooms. Yes, I should have just used what the actual utility is called, where you can make actual plans. Isofort or Quick Fort? Then I could just plan out the whole rows of rooms and just have them done in one click. That's a lot of clicking. But at least we have enough wood for all the furniture. Elves be damned. I believe I'll send someone to start collecting the webs and attract the spiders, so when they run away, they can lead them straight into the traps and hopefully not get immediately eaten. There we go, so I will make a loom. Oh, let's quickly check, it has been built. Okay, so dump on arrival south, yes, that's what I want. Now we need to make a holding route. The new route, new stop, define stop. This one full of desired items. Which guide direction D? Guide south, there we go. Yes, we want basically all stone. Stockpile link, take from... Okay, I want to take from stockpile 17, which is this stockpile underneath here. Okay, let's give it a nickname. Assign vehicle now. Okay, let's see if that's going to work or if I need to do something else. Miner has created it. Okay, let's see what the door is. The Dacite door description. Image of a pear cut gem. Okay, so it's just a simple. Actually, because I forgot to completely check the native gold mag that was created first, and this object menaces spikes with native gold. That is mundane, because the gold chain, which, if I remember correctly, yeah, this object menaces with spikes of sheep wool, which I think would be quite an achievement. So there we go, another artifact. Or they're depositing. Okay, yeah, so the Quantum Stockpile is officially working. They're depositing the stone into it. Now, yes, we needed the loom. Let's place it next to a stockpile, just for convenience. Okay! Okay, so we can mine out some candy if we want to risk getting some fun stuff going on. Oh, who is this? Vukar Maze Dwarf monster. So they're not staying in their burrow. That is not what I wanted to see. No, Vukar the Maze Dwarf is assigned to this very burrow, so I'm not sure why they went down there. I don't think they were like independent monster hunters again last time I played, so I don't even know how they function. I guess we'll see. Let's go down there and see what happens. Okay, they're going down. I guess they spotted the monster, the spider or something. Oh yeah, there's another one. Okay, yeah, they're already hunting the spiders. Ah, that is unfortunate. I mean, that's only one section, but the one we had there, that was giant cave silk spider, which means it has giant cave spiders. Because yeah, their silk is very, very valuable. Growing pigtails it is. Plump helmets. We don't have any plump helmet spawns anymore. Okay, but that is worrying. Why do you not have any more? I'm pretty sure they are not meant to eat plump helmet spawns. I made a stockpile, I guess I need to expand it. I made a stockpile for all the seeds to go here, and they can't go anywhere else, so they shouldn't be in a barrel, and this stockpile doesn't have any barrels assigned. I guess I'll extend it, but then again, maybe they're in a bag that's being carried, possibly. I guess we'll see. If we start running out of plump helmets, then I need to start worrying, and just when the caravan comes, then we need to get some more. I have this stockpile set just for seeds. And with this one... Oh, okay, never mind. I forgot to forbid the seeds here, so they are in barrels, I suppose. Okay, that is one more stupid thing for me. As long as we are on this one, let's forbid some of the seeds. So we don't need wheat, spelt, or barley, buckwheat, oat. Actually, yeah, let's just forbid this all. And just pick out plum helmet spawn. There we go. Pigtail seeds. Sweet pod seeds, yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they should remove all the other seeds and they should all be stored there. Hopefully that will be enough to satisfy this. Well, there's quite a lot of dwarves now. I think let's just set up another farm, just in case. But yeah, maybe at some point I will be able to get back to building the new fort. I would really like to start actually building something nicer looking. And another exterminator. You know what? I think we have enough of them, so deny. If we need more of them, then we can get them, but I don't want them at the moment. Okay, so plump helmets, let's just assign them anyway. We can have some cave wheat, some more plump helmets. Yeah, let's just do a lot of plump helmets. But now that we have the loom... Oh no, it still needs weaving. Yeah, let's quickly go to Dwarf Therapist, check for weaving. Oh yeah, oops, we don't have any weavers either. Quickly, who doesn't have anything to do? Trader with no skills. You're a weaver now. Who else? You are an administrator with nothing to do. You're a weaver now. Ah, okay, fine. Let's have two and see if that will do anything. And will they actually go and start building the thing? Yes, okay, one of them is actually building it. Okay, collect webs, weave into silk, weave into cloth. So that's brilliant. They're already starting to do it on their own. So worst case scenario, we'll just start collecting webs from the caves and hopefully the exterminators won't exterminate all of it. Because it's about time I was finishing. I will check if I can keep the monster hunters out of going into the caves, so forbid them from going there. What else was it that I wanted to look up? Animal husbandry. So yes, 2 main points for the next session. I will look up how to properly breed our animals. So the sheep, cows, stuff like that. So we can have leather and we can have more fat and we can have more meat. And I will look up how to properly deal with the monster hunters so that they don't go and start killing all our spiders. And hopefully then we can have 2 more industries to add. And once we have the meat, we already have the fish, we add another farm, hopefully we'll have enough food not to have to worry about it, although even now, yeah, we have quite a lot of drink and other that will be the prepared meals. So I don't think we have to worry about food. I will fill in some of the rooms next session, so build some more beds, build some more furniture, so we can house all the new arrivals as well. Then I believe I'll finally get to building a proper fort, and then we can have the new farm set up inside. We can have all the workshops and stockpiles all nicely arranged, some more mining so that we can go even deeper to possibly find iron or whatnot. Yes, I believe that will be it. I hope you have a nice day, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!